just had a camp, man. You don't have to have much sparring to get him sharp again. And you don't want to risk a hard shot.
All right, we're back.
You just got to match him up with somebody with this Canelo style.
Guys, we're live again, so
okay.
Watch what you say, you know. All right, so what were you guys talking about? Because I was kind of busy trying to fix this thing. So is there a rehydration clause? Because I always said there was going to be one, even though they hadn't announced one. But
it seems as though there's. I reached out today. Talked to main events. The Kovalev can wear whatever gloves he wants, as long as they're commission approved. That's fine. Then when I asked about the rehydration clause, she said I still have to say no comment on that. So it's still a no comment. Why? If there's no rehydration clause from the jump, Kathy would have always been saying no. But still, she's saying no comment. So I would say at best, they're negotiating. Right now, they're in the process of figuring out what that weight for the rehydration clause will be. There's going to be one. Otherwise, she would have just said no. They're negotiating one, or there's already one there, and they just don't want to say what it is yet. It's one of the two. And that's... I've got to make this very public. No one in main events told me this. They said no fucking comment. No comment. This is just pure speculation on my part.
Well, no, but you're right. I mean, they would have said no, there isn't one, right? Like, why no comment? But the thing is, I'm pretty sure they agree to a rehydration clause once they sign the contract, like the amount of weight and everything, like.
You would think so, but that's always changeable. They basically just sign that. You can always just cross it out with a pen and then initial it. So that's always that's not a problem. I'm sure they were like, yeah, we'll figure that out as it goes. Let's just get the important stuff worked out, and we'll figure this out as it goes. Or it might the negotiating again is me just saying at best. It very well could already be agreed upon. They just don't want to say. It might be bad, put it that way, and that might be why they don't want to say. What if it's like 178 or something? That's horrible. If it's like 181, that's not even good. It's not horrible, but it's not good. Any rehydration clause is terrible. If you want to be the light heavyweight champion of the world, go fight the light heavyweight champion of the world. Don't weaken him. You're handicapping him. So if you beat him, you beat the light heavyweight champ while he was handicapped? Kudos to you. You have no fucking props from me. None.
How much was the IBF rehydration clause that they had at some point?
10 pounds.
10 pounds. Is that too little for you? Too much? What do you think about that?
No, I'd be fine with 10 pounds. I'd be fine with 10 pounds. Because Cove doesn't rehydrate much, so I'd be fine with that. I really would. I wouldn't even bitch all that much at 183. I'd be cool with even 180. Not cool, but I wouldn't bitch that much with 183. Anything below that, I'll blow my top, honestly.
Yeah.
But 10 pounds, okay. Because even Kovalev himself has stated numerous times that when he puts on 10 or more, he doesn't even really feel all that good. Like he said, he's put on, he's went up into the high of 180s. And, put on like 13, 14 pounds. And he said that he felt terrible. So he likes to really stay somewhere. And again, this all changes camp by camp. And, you never know what your body might need on any given rehydration. But somewhere, 7 to 10. So he doesn't rehydrate much, which is like, damn, so... What's with the clause? Like, that's what makes me think it's going to be some crazy low number.
Yeah, well, maybe just make sure that he doesn't rehydrate more than the usual. But
I think if he rehydrated, say, up to like 190 or something, it'd be a detriment to him and a beneficial to Canelo. So I don't think that's even a worry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I truly just think they want to just weaken him. Flat out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean... Listen, there's a reason why they're taking this fight.
And that's, remember when everyone was saying, what do the odds makers know that we don't?
Mm-hmm.
When we saw the 4-1, and people were like, what? Well, now we know what they know. We don't know exactly, but a roundabout.
This fight is like really even, and I gotta think, if Canelo cannot hurt Kovalev to the body, Kovalev is going to go to the body, and we all know that Canelo used to have or still has problems with stamina. Remember how he gets red like a tomato?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but his stamina has gotten better, man, and I would honestly chalk that up to some supplements, but it has gotten better.
Listen, if you look at Canelo, and I'm sorry if people think that I'm hating, but I'm just gonna keep it real the way I see it. Canelo Alvarez, there's a reason why he became the WBC franchise champion. Okay, franchise. I'm talking
Mexican.
Well, that's one, and I don't believe he's obligated to do VADA anymore, being the franchise champion. Or at least he doesn't have to do VADA if he's not in a fight.
He's not going to do it anyway.
Right.
And let's say he does do it for this fight. Does it matter? He just wasn't doing it for how long? You don't think he would have been doing his cycles or whatever for the last 3 months?
Yeah.
And be all flushed out by now and clean as a whistle?
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's still reaping all the benefits?
This is a terrible nightmare stylistically for Canelo, because anybody who's ever been in the gym, and if you ever meet a guy who's shorter than you by 3 or 4 inches and wants to go to your long torso, the way to negate that is punch him in the chest. Aim for the chest.
I love fighting.
What does Kovalev do?
I love fight. I stood right next to Kovalev. He's bigger than me. He's thicker than me. Like an inch taller as well. Maybe an inch and a half taller. But similar size and range lengthwise. And I love fighting a guy who's, a couple inches shorter and has, arm length is a couple inches shorter than mine. It's like my favorite. I can damn near do whatever I want almost, unless the guy's a beast or something, but if we're equal level, that makes it almost unequal, just due to the size advantage and the way it's able to be utilized. And Cove knows how to do that as well as anybody when fighting those short, stocky guys like the Pascals, the Yards.
Yeah.
Who else? He fought a couple of them. Because the only guys that ever really gave him trouble were like the tall, rangy guys. Chilemba. I didn't give him trouble, but it just made it an uglyish fight.
I like the stylistic matchup. It's kind of gonna be like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. That's what Dwyer Boxing said. I'm just kind of quoting what he said. And one thing that I noticed about Canelo, real quick, that he parries punches really well. Remember that first fight with Golovkin when he parried a punch, but a lot of people thought Golovkin got rocked? It is actually Canelo parried. He carries his fist to the center of his solar plexus.
Yeah, and it made Triple G stumble like that.
Yeah. If you got if you're facing his back, you would think that he got rocked, but actually Canelo parried. So I like the stylistic matchup.
Oh, Canelo got skills. That's why I don't see it. I don't think he could beat a completely 100% healthy Kovalev at 175 without a rehydration clause. I just do not think he can do it. I think most people agree with that. However, it would be very interesting to see him try, I'd support him going up and actually trying to defeat, Kovalev on even playing terms. I'd give him a ton of props, but I can't, and especially with him pushing his daring to be great narrative when it's basically the complete opposite. He's not even. It's it's worse than being just a cherry picker, because a cherry picker, you pick a no-name guy who you're just gonna smoke. You know, this is picking a guy who has a great name, a great legacy. He is the name at 175. I mean, he has a great name and a great legacy, and you're gonna come in here and fucking weaken him and then try to knock him out by making him chinny so you can knock him out and then steal his legacy and try to make him look like he wasn't shit. Like, if in 50 years from now when people look back and see, oh, this little Mexican middleweight moved up and iced his ass. Ha! He wasn't all that.
The biggest win since Henry Armstrong, supposedly.
If he drains him, or puts like a limitation on where he can rehydrate to, and it's ridiculous, I'm not giving that motherfucker no respect. Fuck out of here,
dude. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck.
Canelo fanboys, like, I don't care about what Canelo fans think. Fuck them too.
Yeah, any rehydration clause. Any rehydration clause.
That's it. Give me a straight up fight, win or lose. I'll respect you.
No doubt. Any rehydration clause takes away the fucking credibility of the win. Even if Kovalev comes into the ring feeling great, we ain't gonna know that. You know, it's still gonna have an asterisk next to it. It's bullshit, man. It's just bullshit. This is the stuff that just drives you up a wall, honestly. Like, Golovkin.
But that's not.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, but that's not a guarantee yet, right? We don't know for certain.
We don't. Well, no, we don't know it with certainty. No. That's why I need
most
to talk.
likely.
I need to talk to Golden Boy, but yeah, I would say most likely. Otherwise, they would just say no. I saw King Bujo saying call in. I thought you meant call in to Golden Boy. I was gonna say, I already did, man.
Yeah, call in again. Get more info.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, it's Saturday, so people. Yeah.
No, I'm telling people to call in. The phone lines are open. If you want to talk about Kovalev and Canelo. Also, we can get into Sean Porter and Spence, because that fight's coming up next week.
You know, Neto is right. The guy Neto just commented, Canelo's, in a way, he's kind of worse than Floyd, bro.
You think so? Like, I don't know, man. Shit. I don't know.
No, Canelo, listen, I'm not gonna say for sure, because Floyd was pretty bad himself. I mean, really bad at times. But Canelo is, he's right there, bro. He's kind of right there. He reminds me of the type of guy.
Put it this way, I won't say Floyd's worse.
He's willing to destroy your career just so he can get, a win. Like, fucking with weight could fuck a man up pretty bad.
Oh, man. Yeah. Dude, not only his career. That's why I called out the journalists who always bitch about fighter safety. This fight, what if he comes in, dehydrated, and bam, gets smashed in the brain for 11 rounds and goes into a fucking coma? And they all supported this shit. Are they going to fucking blame themselves in the article they write the next morning? Or are they going to blame boxing? They're going to blame boxing, not themselves, for fucking allowing this shit to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the boxing media would all call it out and be like, we know too much about brains and brain injuries and how they happen. We can't allow this, not allowing it. I don't know how the fuck the state commission, these state commissions allow this bullshit, rehydration clauses and all this nonsense.
Money.
Money. I know. I'm just saying. It's just disgusting, man.
It is,
but it's kind of funny that Kathy Duva and Buddy McGirt would approve this, since Buddy McGirt's fighter and Maxime Dadachev just died.
Yeah.
Well, because Buddy McGirt's looking at the bottom line, and
do you know how much money they're getting?
And yeah, exactly. And on top of that, if it gets bad, if he sees him stumble one time, don't be surprised he stops the fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Buddy would say, "Oh, look, I'm gonna." There'll be a nice built-in excuse for him where he.
Buddy was close to stopping the yard fight.
Say again.
Buddy was close to stopping the yard fight. He said, "Another round like that, and I'm pulling you out."
Yeah, he threatened to stop it. He said, "Yeah, if you don't show me something in this ninth, I'm stopping it." Now I don't know if that was just to light a fire under Cove's ass or if he was being serious, but he
He
definitely
might
did
have
say
been
it.
serious after
Hey
what happened
guys,
with Max and Badish.
Yeah,
guys,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
let's take a phone call. 757, you're on the air. 757.
What's up, y'all? G Boogie.
Oh, what's up, G Boogie?
What's up, gentlemen? Yeah, on the Kovalev thing, there was one thing that y'all didn't mention. He was on Seconds Out with Radio Raheem, and he said on the rehydration, he said, look, on the second Alvarez fight, I came in at about 183. I felt it great. That's why I whooped his ass. And then he also said he's not worried about the rehydration clause. And the time that what Anthony was mentioning, Thunderdome, was about when Buddy McGirt was, he said he was going to light a fire in his butt. Well, he basically, Kovalev said on that podcast, he said, look, I told Buddy I was all right. And then that's when I came out and showed him. And he was like, look, he didn't rock me. I was kind of a little bit tired, but I came back. And that's why I told Buddy, I said, look. And Buddy said, all right, do your thing. And that's when I went out there and took care of business. That's what he was saying on the other. That was Kovalev's words himself.
Yeah, that's the interview I saw, and I was talking about. Yeah, I couldn't remember it in as great of detail as you did, but yeah, thank you for explaining that better. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So yeah, he was talking about how he felt good fighting light, which he does fight better light. I mean, I've seen him say that in numerous interviews. But the thing is, like I said, that's why you what'd you say? 183 is what he fought at. In the second Alvarez fight.
He said he feels great. He don't gain the whole 10 pounds. He said, when I'm over the 175, I feel too sluggish. I feel too slow. So my abilities, I'm better at about 181 to 183.
Mm-hmm. My fear is like 177, 178 type thing. 179 even maybe. I'm sure that's what they're negotiating over. If they are, if it might already be settled on it might be settled on 183 or 182 or something. And that's why he said 183 and was like, I was fine at that. I felt great at that. So 82 ain't no big deal or something like that. Yeah. But they just haven't announced it yet.
Sorry, go ahead, Recognize.
No, Anthony.
I was done.
Oh, sorry. What was the question? What weight? I'm sorry. Repeat the question, bro. I didn't catch it.
Unless I messed up and I didn't answer something I was supposed to.
Okay, so you guys were talking about the rehydration weight and
basically what it is Kovalev said he feels great at 183. Anything really over, say, like 185 and over, he feels sluggish, can't perform at his best. He likes to stay, 181 to 183. That's where he's at his fastest and just at his best. So
right, that makes sense.
That's his words. Now, so I would like to see him come in at that weight versus Canelo. What we're wondering is, do you think that he brought up those numbers? Well, I said basically maybe he brought up those 183, 181 is because the catch weight might already be agreed upon. They just might not have said it, and it might be about in there somewhere. 181 to 183 area.
Okay. I mean, if
I'm just thinking, I'm speculating. That's all. Yeah.
I think with all things considered, go ahead, Recognize.
No, I was just gonna say, look, if this is what I have a problem with. Okay, you looking up my history and seeing what performance I've done the best, and you looking at my fight night weigh-in, and then you trying to trim that down. You see,
yeah.
I have no respect for you. And let me just finish this point. The reason why I don't respect that, because that's a sucker move. That means you don't want to fight me. You don't want to see me head on at my best. You want me to be somewhat compromised so that way you can feel confident. That's not a win. That's not a glorious win. That's a bitch move. That's a, hold on, I'll fight you. Let me get 3 of my boys. I'm here one-on-one. Let's go. Let me get 3 of my boys so I can feel a little bit more confident that I can win this fight. Okay? I just want to make sure that everything's fine, right? And the other guy's too, like, eager to fight that he actually sits there and waits. Doesn't realize that as soon as he starts winning, there's going to be some bullshit going on, right? That's how I look at it. When you compromise a man's weight, especially in his 30s, this is a well-known fact, man. This is not like just me making up shit or somebody making up shit, right? When you're in your 30s, you become very comfortable at your weight. It's just, that's the way it is. So when you start draining yourself, when you really start feeling the weakness. Now, if you're 25, 26, 27, and you're listening to this, you can't understand. So fuck off. I don't really care about what you guys think. But the fact is that when a man is in his late 30s, mid to late 30s, that's when he starts feeling the effects of weight drain. When you're young, you can cut weight. It's not a problem. Okay? It's not
You
going
on
to
a
affect your
downhill.
strength. And that's all I got to say about that, man.
All right, G Boogie, we're gonna take another phone call. All right.
Oh, that was G Boogie?
All right.
Shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Peace
that.
out, brother.
All right. Thanks for the
What's
call.
up, G Boogie? Peace,
I didn't
bro.
know either. Hey, G-Bug. Sorry, I didn't know it was you.
We have 818 muscle memory. Is that you?
That's right.
What's up? What's on your mind?
What's up, guys? What's up, Thunderdome? What's up, Recognize, Gonzalo, Bucho? And
What's
sorry if I
up?
missed anyone else.
What up? What up?
Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good weekend.
Same to you, brother.
All right, so thank you. So I think something no one's bringing up or talking about is, what do you guys think are the chances that the Golden Boy team may be hazing Canelo with this fight, putting him in danger because of, you know how it's kind of been like unsettling, their relationship lately. The rumors of Canelo signing with like new promotion, just like a couple days ago again, like Ring put out like an article about Canelo and Oscar not getting along or whatnot. Do you guys think there's like this is a possibility?
You know something? I've thought about that, what muscle memory just brought up. I've thought about it, like, you know what could be his little payback? And I've always said this. When you're protecting a fighter, what do you do to pay him back? What would you do? You're protecting the fighter. All right, look, it's simple. You just make him fight a fair one. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't think they would do that to Canelo.
No.
I'm not saying they would either, but
Nah.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's a way to do it. But I mean, at this point, Golden Boy, it's not like Golden Boy has a lot of fighters in their stable. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything else?
Yeah, just, you know, just a possibility. And also, and you could go ahead and play the X-Files music if you want.
Okay.
Also, I was wondering, what if, yeah, there you go. What if perhaps maybe Kovalev and Golden Boy talked during the summer, and Kovalev is agreeing to take a dive because then, like, he has that whole case from earlier this year lingering over his head, and he knows he's going to need the money to handle that, basically.
Well, he's going to court in December. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they just came to an agreement, like, okay, I'll be a name on your record or whatnot. Like, he doesn't care anymore. That's why he's so like loose and smiling, hugging Canelo, this, that. Like, he's kind of like he's in on it, like whatever. Like, he needs the dough.
Because if you think about it, I mean, Kovalev, if he didn't fight Canelo, his options would have been what? To try and unify with these other monsters at light heavyweight. So this is a great money fight for Kovalev. There wasn't much in, like, how much money would he have made unifying against Beterbiev, Gosvick, Bivol? You know what I mean?
Peanuts compared to what he's making.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a quick question for the panel and the caller. Has anyone noticed how seemingly reinvigorated and energized for the sport Kovalev seems once again?
Yeah.
He seems like a really, really nice guy. I don't know if he always was, but especially now I get to see his real personality. He's always been a nice guy, probably. But right now he seems exuberant, yes.
Yeah, he's always seemed like a bit of a comic.
His earnings from the fighter that he unfortunately murdered, he gave his entire purse to their family, you know, and you never hear about that when they do these promos, these pre-fight promos and stuff. Like, you never hear about that.
That's
side
a good point.
Sergey.
Of course not. He's the evil Russian, and Andre Ward's the son of God.
Yeah, that's why they tried to
son of Jay Prince.
That's why they wanted to play the whole race card. But I mean, it's so stupid because boxing fans know that Andre Ward is the evil guy. I mean, just his boxing style, dirty as fuck, is evil in itself.
Headbutting, elbows, nut shots, whatever.
Yo, Shepherd of Sons got a great comment here. Past Prime Cotto got beat by Saddam Ali. Let that sink in. Like, yeah.
Well, he did fucking destroy his bicep.
True. It was past Prime with a torn bicep.
Yeah.
But
a recipe to lose, in other words. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was gonna say, who doesn't have like a few drinks and get crazy from time to time? I know I do it. You know, every guy. Yeah.
Hey, believe it or not, I wasn't even drinking before the show today.
Sure.
I guarantee you, so does Canelo. I guarantee you, he drinks. I'm not saying he's an alcoholic.
You think so?
I'm sure, like,
he definitely drinks.
He probably drinks tequila.
Dude,
because
I've
he's
seen
from
him
Guadalajara.
drink champagne, so I mean, he definitely drinks.
Yeah, of course. He
Yeah,
does.
well, who doesn't drink? I guess that's the question, right? I mean,
I wouldn't even doubt that he has money invested in the tequila business. I actually think I heard that because he's
If
from
I was
Guadalajara.
him, I would.
Yeah, that's the biggest producer, or the only of agave plant, and he's from there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So,
I get into
Bucho,
that market.
I don't want to disturb the flow of conversation,
okay.
but I would like to just let you know I do have a statement I want to release.
Okay, press release.
About Trivia TKO that just went on.
All right.
Do you want me to say it now, or do you want me to save it for a bit?
Let's go ahead with it now. Let me just all right. Go ahead. Wait, is it serious? Wait, hold on. Is it serious?
No. No, it's not a rap. It's a statement.
No, I know, but is it serious or is it like?
No, it's serious. It is serious.
Okay,
it is serious.
All right, hold on.
You know.
Go ahead.
No music. No music.
Jesus.
All right, go ahead.
You know, when the cameras are rolling, folks, we all like to act up a little bit. We all like to put on a show. But at the end of the day, we're here to entertain.
Okay.
And I feel like, you know, some of the people viewing, they got a bit of a substandard show today.
What?
And it bugs me. Just a bit. Because I want Trivia TKO to be good. I don't want anyone to feel like we're unprofessional.
Who's saying they got a subpar fucking show?
Well, I just looked back at the minutes. I looked at the ratings. And I looked at what people were saying. And God damn it, let me say this. First of all, Bucho, I think it goes without saying. Don't get drunk and write your questions anymore. I want them to be fucking impeccable.
It was
These questions gotta be
man.
bulletproof, Bucho.
Do you guys want me to write some questions?
No,
you're in the
shit. Oh my god, you're
I can do it tonight.
You're in the shit. No, you're in the shit.
Okay.
You're competing.
No,
we got the trivia commission. It's on lock.
I think Revolution. I think you're exaggerating. I think
well, you could give
need
mine to someone
break.
else, but never mind.
No, listen. It was only 2 questions, which included Sugar Ray and Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. So it's understandable there was a mistake. All right, there wasn't a mistake in the first in the first show that we did between who was it, like Johnny Boy and Recognize. No mistakes happened over there. We had one little mistake today, and that's it. And it's it's a mistake that everybody can understand. All right, so
cool. And we will,
Absolutely.
folks. Anybody who feels like we're not fact checking, we're going to even tighten up harder than we are. So there's that out of the way. So no one's worried about that. Secondly,
Absolutely.
Bucho, what's going on with my mic, man? I was fucking really loud. I know people were saying it, but I don't know how to control it.
That's nitpicking. That's fine.
I mean, man, Revolution, you need to chill, man.
Yeah,
You need to chill out.
I think your introductions are just fine. Some people are going to disagree.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It is what it is.
All right. Thirdly, I got 2 more points here.
Jesus.
I got bullet points.
All right.
Third, where the fuck is Stu?
Yeah, really.
I don't know. He's missing in action.
I don't know. That's what happened to Stu.
Well,
I wanted him on the in-between round commentary. We had a contract worked out with him.
I know. He's having a lot of issues, I think, as he mentioned. A family thing. And I don't know, man. We'll see.
Hey, maybe something bigger than boxing, something bigger than trivia. Hey,
yeah.
Absolutely. I would.
He'll be back.
If that's the case, all good. But, I kind of sometimes think maybe the chat chased him away.
Nah, of course not.
Because Stu gets worked up, too. He hates when these motherfuckers get on his case.
True. No, I think he'll be back.
All right. But what I want is the final point here.
Okay.
And this is the main one, and I think we can all agree on this is something that has to be addressed. I'm not nitpicking here. All fates have changed, right? We don't mess with fate. We don't let other people into the ring other than the contestants. So from now on, when it's going down, it's you and I, and then whoever's competing, and no fucking Johnny Boy hanging out, no peanut gallery. I don't want people saying, oh, no, wait, they nitpicking every question as they go by. If they want to protest a question, they can do it afterward. I can't have anybody in there messing with the flow, making jokes.
No doubt.
Making jokes while people are like in the midst of answering a question. That really fucked up the show a lot today too. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, that was kind of.
I agree.
That was a
with
little
that
nerve wracking.
That was nerve-wracking. Uncalled for.
But isn't that the job that Stu's gonna be doing?
Stu is neutral.
Yeah. But he's gonna be in between rounds, right? Like color commentating.
No, he's doing the commentary. Oh, and it looks like Johnny Boy got a little nicked up in that round. He's gonna have to come out with some fire. He's gonna be doing that shit. The little color commentary. He's not gonna be fact checking. So we can't have people, especially when they're fact checking shit and then they're coming back at me. Okay, yeah, you were right.
No, that's what I said.
You just need to limit the amount of people who you allow in.
That's what I'm saying. Don't even let them in. It's just me, Bucho, 2 contestants, done.
Yeah, whoever. Exactly. Yeah.
But that I was surprised you did that, Revolution. You started inviting people in the middle of a contest.
That was for before. I told Bucho to kick Johnny out, and I'm not shitting on Johnny, whatever. But I was saying nobody talked, but people kept talking. So now we can't. When the shit goes down, people got to leave the chat for a moment.
Yeah,
that's all I want. That's all I wanted to say because we got 3 more rounds of this. We're making our way through a tournament, and I want people to still get excited.
We want it professional. We'd like to have this done professionally. Come on,
exactly.
Have some pride in our, our tournament.
That's what it is. Because y'all ain't staying up till 3 a.m. writing these fucking questions, and y'all know more about it than me. I got to rack my brain to think of this shit. McGregor could probably write 500 in an evening. Thunderdome probably write 450.
Hey, the questions I heard were great, and I like the setup. I like it all. I love the tournament.
Splendid.
Can't wait for my round. It's so far away. When's the next one?
Whenever we get it scheduled.
Yeah,
Okay.
depends on the
We're
Rascalot.
gonna try to get one next week. Johnny and Rasclat next week.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That should
That
be a
one-
good one.
No, wait a minute.
That's gonna be an unruly one, man.
No,
I'm gonna
it
have
should
to-
be better. It should be better that you do the other side of the bracket.
Why?
Oh yeah, to get one name.
Yeah, you're right.
You should do my match. Try to get Jimmy.
Wait, yeah, sure. I don't.
eager,
But
I'm
why?
sorry.
I don't understand the reasoning behind.
I just want to play.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna talk to John.
Thunderdome's a
to
lion,
Jimmy.
bro. He's a lion. He wants to get in.
Yeah, because then you would have one semifinal already set while the other guys haven't competed.
Yeah, but we're
True.
not gonna play that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. As long as we don't play the semifinals.
Thunderdome, you one of those dudes that be like, yo, man, I don't care about the rules. Just let's fight already. Let's do it.
Exactly. I am that dude too. I'm literally. He's like, you spar. I'm already up the steps. Like, come on, motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck all that, man. Let's just fight. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah.
Cam, in the chat, you could listen to the trivia already. Like, it's on a separate stream. We ended that stream, so if you want, you could listen now and find out if you don't want spoilers.
Oh shit, we left Muscle Memory on the line. Muscle, are you there?
Sorry, Mus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I wanna respond to Neto 17251 who said, "Okay, this guy's brain dead. Why would Golden Boy be hanging Canelo out to drive? He's the company."
Mhm.
Didn't Bob Arum do that to Manny Pacquiao twice? You fucking pleb.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Yeah.
Hasn't it been done by every promoter throughout boxing history to numerous fighters who were the face of their outfit at one time? Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else? That's it.
But I had one other. Oh, does anyone here like personally know Jimmy to where they can get a hold of him and ask him, about a?
Yeah, I have him on Twitter, so that's where we talk on Twitter. So I'll ask him, and I'll talk to you. Did you add me as a friend on Discord? Let me send you a friend.
I think so, but try it.
Oh, no, yeah, we're friends. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll just private message you, find a suitable date, and get this on.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
All right. Call again later, right? What's his Muscle
Yeah,
Memory.
and Manny was the
Rob's
face of
muscle
boxing,
memory.
not
Everyone
the
go sub to
face of
his
Top
channel.
Rank.
What's that?
I was saying, and Pacquiao was the face of boxing, not just like the face of Top Rank. Just continuing what I was saying earlier, but anyways.
All right.
Yeah, it's muscle memory. Uploading a bunch of videos, at least one video a day. So if anyone's interested, check it out.
All right. Thanks for the call, and check out Revolucion's YouTube channel.
Sounds good. Thanks again, guys.
All right.
Take it
Take
easy.
care.
Peace, brother.
Peace, bro.
All right. So, Revolucion, are you done with the press release?
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to say on the topic, and I think we're all good. Just like after the first one, we had the controversy with the color of the trunks questions. We had to kind of state to everybody, okay, no more color of the trunks questions. As we go along, we got to reassure people. All right, we're learning, we're working out the kinks, and it's always on the upswing.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have to ask. Why is there no more color of the trunk questions?
Well,
What the fuck?
question was,
What could an argument be over? I remember it was Joe Frazier. They were green. I got asked that question. But what? Why would that stop from future color of trunk questions being asked?
Okay,
because,
wait a minute.
well,
Whoa,
it
hold
comes
on.
down to like, go ahead,
What?
go ahead.
What was the answer?
The answer was blue.
No, Anthony.
Johnny-
Anthony, I wanted to see what Thunderdome had to say.
Wasn't it Joe? What weren't the trunks about Joe Frazier's and the Thrilla in Manila?
Yeah, what color were his
Yeah.
trunks?
Green with white trim.
No. Oh, so damn.
That's why, because it's blue.
It's blue, but some people say it's green because of the film.
They were
Because-
green, man. I'll screen share that shit tonight. They're green as hell.
That's
Were they
what-
really Were they really blue, but on TV they look green or something?
Well,
That's what is.
yeah, that's what people. Some people claim that's the excuse, right? But I don't know,
That's
man.
bullshit. They were green as fuck.
But we just take all color questions out of there because we're not arguing over, oh, it's fucking salmon. Oh, it's mahogany. It's fucking.
I see. You answered my question. Yeah, I get it.
You know, well, it's a darkish green.
That's what they look like.
I got it.
Yeah.
Just the same way, like I try not to do like
Hey, people are competitive, man. They're gonna look for any edge possible.
Yeah, but like I try to stay away from too like what. Like when so and so finished his career, what what was his record? Because you could be off. You could be off by one.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? So get numbering questions out of here. Yeah, it's tough, yo. Like when I started writing, it was.
Oh, I'm glad you got those questions out of there, because I'm gonna get all those. Who the fuck remembers that shit? Unless it was like some amazing record. Like Tyson's my favorite fighter. I don't know his record. I think he was like 56-7 and 1 no contest, but I don't know if that's right. I think that. But I'm gonna go look. Let's see. I guarantee I'm wrong, but
wait,
that's
7?
my favorite. That's my favorite fighter, and I don't even think I know his.
Wait, how many losses? Let me count. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uncle Burns apostrophe in the chat.
I think it's 6 losses. No. 6.
Who?
Tyson.
I'm thinking it's 6 or 7.
It's
I'm thinking
6.
7. I'm thinking 56-7 is what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking
50
6 losses.
6.
Yeah.
He was 50-6. 50 wins, 6 losses, no draws, 1 no contest.
Who was
like you said, I could be really close, but off.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. I mean, one off. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, good thing you got rid of those questions. That's like some Rain Man shit.
Let me check if we have. All right.
Well, I know who can answer those questions.
Me.
Of course.
Nah, who?
I got a hunch who. I'm not gonna say.
Say it.
I think the chat knows.
I don't know. They're saying Rain Man. Vinny Rainman Mac.
Get Vinny Mac in here.
Vinny, call in. Give us your Sean Porter Spence prediction.
It's Vinny Mac, and I'm evil.
Should I start writing down everyone's predictions? I think we should. The fight's next week.
Oh, guys, can I please say something real quick?
Go ahead.
If you just Google Errol Spence, I'm sure a lot of you know this from all those sites out there that have just catalogs of fights. But Errol Spence Jr. versus Kell Brook, full fight on Google. Plenty of the sites have it. I can post a link if people want it. But you can watch the full fight with whatever Sky Sports or whatever commentary. Dude, first half of that fight, he didn't just lose; he got humiliated. He got manhandled. They even used the word manhandled like 5 different times. He got beat badly.
I watched the fight.
That's a fight to go back and rewatch and see. Like I pulled a couple little clips out that I'll be able to use in a stream later to show some people some things. But
I remember that first half.
Dude, you only got to watch the first 6 rounds.
He got outboxed and beat up.
He got outboxed, beat up. Basically, his confidence was kind of taken away. Only reason he won, Kell Brook gassed after 6 rounds. He was spent and he had nothing left after 6 because he cut all that weight. If he didn't gas, if he had the energy to go 12, he probably would have knocked Spence out.
He was out jogging, man.
He was giving him the kind of beating in the first 6 rounds
that's the only time we've ever seen Spence versus anyone of remote upper tier caliber, and that was a diminished Kell Brook. Oh man, this fight is way closer than people.
Kell Brook would have beat him. Kell Brook would have beat him had he not gone up in weight and got his face broken. He would have beat him.
Yeah. He lost 5 out of 6 rounds the first half of that fight.
Yeah, but I agree, Fight Scott. I think everyone does remember. But I remember too, but seeing it again, like today, I just watched it today. Seeing it again today, I was just like, whoa, this was way worse than I remember. I mean, he has no defense if you lead first. None. Kell Brook was piecing him with everything, and then would push and turn, piece him again. Like,
do you remember the fight with Hopkins in Trinidad?
Yes.
Okay, remember the 8th round when Trinidad showed the signs that his legs were giving out?
Yes.
And he got hurt? The same thing happened to Earl Spence. Go look at that fight. I think it was in the 5th round.
Oh, he got smashed with a right hand and went flying into the corner. Was absolutely hurting. It should have been rolled a knockdown because the turnbuckle held him up.
You know why?
Yeah.
His legs were giving out.
And that was in the 5th or 6th round. I'm talking about Errol Spence. He got hit with a right hand by Brook, and I mean, I'll show it in my stream tonight. It's absolute. He got crashed, stumbled back, and landed into the turnbuckle after like 2 steps. But if that turnbuckle wasn't there, I do not think he was catching himself because he was flying backwards. And then he held. He dove in and grabbed Kell Brook's waist. I mean, he was hurt. He was hurt. It's a bad 6 rounds, man. It gives a lot of hope to those who want to bet on the underdog and try to make some money. That's all I'm saying.
Sean Porter's confident, man. He said 8th round TKO.
I can see why.
Yeah, and although Sean Porter lost to Kell Brook, that fight was more competitive, and that was a better version of Kell Brook.
The other thing I noticed that Kell Brook pointed out about Errol Spence. When Errol would jab and like take a step forward and try to start his jab, he would jab right back over top of it and then throw his own double jab right after it to be like, this is my jab. So even if you land one, I'm gonna land one too. And it was working. I'll show this again. When he throws his jab, Errol Spence, that is, he pulls it back and lowers it when he pulls it back, and then puts it back to his guard. And he was paying for that all night long. And I don't care if he hasn't paid the price for that same mistake in his last couple of fights. Well, he hasn't been fighting good enough fighters. If he's, he's going to go back to that old habit. If he does that against Porter, dude, a left hook is going to take his head off. It's going to take his head off.
All right, in the chat, Sam D says lies. I think he's talking about what Anthony Thunderdome is saying. And then he says, end result, TKO. Errol made great adjustments, as do all great champions.
He did make adjustments, but I don't know if those adjustments would have been allowed to be made had Kell Brook not gassed. Because he gassed first, then got fucked up. Excuse me, I'm sorry if I can't say that. Got beat up. He gassed for like that 7th round, then started to get beat up. But he wasn't getting beat up when he had his energy. He was beating Spence up bad. Even hurt him a couple times. At least once. Hurt him clearly at least once.
Yep.
Yeah, and if he wouldn't have gassed, he would have made it to the 12th round. He could have been ahead on the scorecards.
Can we really talk about the would-haves, though?
Yeah, I'm not worried about the would-haves. I'm not really worried about the would-haves. Saying what we saw happen in those first 6 rounds, bro.
Yeah, I think what some people are misunderstanding here is
and who did it to him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're just breaking down the fight. Obviously, we know who won the fight, right? I mean, we're not saying that. But this is important because it shows maybe some part of a blueprint on how to beat Spence. That's all we're saying, right? Like, we know Spence won the fight.
I've always seen a blueprint on how to beat Spence. He's not that. It just takes a strong fighter to do it. That's all.
Kell Brook showed he's no boogeyman. He's very vulnerable. He's no boogeyman. He's very vulnerable. Believe me. Believe me. I think
what do you think about this?
He's a damn good fighter. I ain't shitting on him. He's the favorite to win. And I favor him to win. But, I'm laying my money on Porter.
I was under the belief, and maybe it still is like this, that since this is an in-house fight with the PBC, that Sean Porter would that Errol Spence would be the guy favored to win. But then again, remember Charlo versus Tony Harrison? What happened there? That was an in-house fight, and the favored guy lost. So what do you guys think? Is that true or?
It's a good
wanna
point.
push.
It's a look. I think Earl Spence it might be a little bit different situation.
It is.
As they're banking on him to get to the Pacquiao fight because that's going to be big money, right? Like if he loses to Pacquiao, I think Al Heyman looks at it like fuck, but at the same time, I got paid.
Yep,
You know?
and I'll
But-
build someone new up.
Right, and build someone new up. But if he loses to Sean Porter, that's what Sean Porter got to take care of business. He's got to take care of that in the ring. Now, if he loses to Sean Porter, it's like fuck, man. You know, the end game was at the very least to get him to the Pacquiao fight, so we could make some cheese on that fight. You know, and whatever happens, kind of thing. If he wins, great. If he loses, that's not our plan, but it is what it is. I got money. You know, I got bankroll from that fight.
Yeah, I would say that Porter, he could win. Let's say he won a clear but close fight, and it goes to the cards. He'll probably lose on the cards. But if it's clear and not close, he'll probably get the nod or a draw, and they'll run it back.
Right. They'll run it back.
But they're going to try
that-
to... Spence is a different type. He's hard. He's the future for PBC, for Heyman. He's like the money guy for the next few years. So they need that O to stay at all costs.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint, that's where I kind of give the edge to Errol Spence, because Sean Porter is not a clean puncher. He laces you. He smothers his work.
Mm-hmm.
So based on clean punching, I think Errol Spence will win, even though Sean Porter might have a higher work rate. Anyways,
You know what's going to be interesting here, fellas? The note I haven't heard many people talk about, because we've seen Errol go 12 two times, or not two times, one time, right? Once with Mikey Garcia, which was a fast-paced fight for him, but it was his pace, so that's not fast-paced because it was his pace. And the whatever Brooke went, 10 rounds or something like that.
Right, 11.
But
11, no?
whatever it was, he took over from 7th on once, Brooke fell apart. But the point is, we've never seen if he couldn't even go a hard 12. What happens when it's the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and Porter is still in his ass, and there's no sign of give at all coming from Porter, and he knows he's still got 3-4 rounds of this left. We don't know what Spence will do. We haven't seen him in those situations.
Yeah, and exactly. That's the reason that the make it 147. Guys that are younger can get away with it, but Spence is almost hitting 30, and this is his first weight division.
Oh,
he's still at 147.
And about the weight and all that, what I wanted to talk about was with the pace. And I'm talking about a hard-fought pace with both guys fighting hard, for 8, 9, 10 rounds. Not just him setting the pace, where he's actually, because you can see him getting tired versus Kell Brook, until Kell Brook got tired. Then he was like, "Whoo!" Then he set the pace and took over.
That's a good point. You need that. The one thing about learning how to deal with a pace when you're not the one setting the paces, you got to practice that, bro. You got to be in that gym. You got to be in that gym or working out to prepare yourself for that.
And I've experienced it in fights. Guess who has? Sean Porter. Guess who passed the flying colors every time? Sean Porter.
That's why I think it's going the distance, because, like you said, he was fighting at his own pace against Mikey Garcia. But he couldn't knock him out when his corner told him, Derek James in the 10th, get him out of there. He said, I'm trying to, but I can't. Now think about, he's not going to be fighting at his own pace, so he's not even going to be focused on trying to knock the guy out. He's going to be focused in trying to keep his energy to where he can still defend himself on top of trying to knock him out.
Dude,
so that's why I don't think he will KO.
I'm going to say something controversial here. I guarantee it's going to be controversial. But I think Thurman's biggest right hook, hardest hitting right hook that he can throw, is a harder punch than anything Errol Spence can deliver.
Yeah,
because he creates motion.
I think what Earl Spence is a strong puncher, not a concussive puncher. He gets you with enough of those strong punches. Yeah, he can hurt you.
Mm-hmm. He's strong all
definitely.
around.
Yeah, like who's
Definitely,
stronger?
because I was gonna say real quick because Keith Thurman, he moves well laterally to where he generates a lot of inertia. When he sits down and he moves laterally and he sits down, he creates a lot of force side to side with the left and the right hook. But he can move good going backwards. That's why he got knocked down against Manny Pacquiao. But side to side, he generates a lot of power with them hooks. So yeah, definitely Keith Thurman punches harder because he gains more velocity than any hook that Spence throws.
And Porter took his best shots and kept on fighting to a victory, in my opinion. But whatever, still kept on fighting to a damn close fucking fight.
I noticed that Spence, yeah, he does sit down on his punches and he throws like beautiful combinations, but he does it like very methodically to where he's not at a fast rhythm.
Very telegraphed,
like,
right,
Look,
yeah,
you
Very
need to watch
telegraphed
this.
the way he throws those punches.
When someone who's dangerous is throwing back at him or willing to throw back at him or just even is dangerous in front of him, and the only time we've ever seen that is the Kell Brook fight. So that's the only fight we need to be watching. And it's really only the first 6 rounds. In those, his punches, his combos weren't beautiful. His combos weren't accurate. His punches weren't accurate. I mean, he just didn't look good at all when he stepped up in competition until the guy faded. It's that simple, man. Like, it sounds like I'm hating, but I'm not. Like, I'm really not. Everyone can go watch it for themselves. Man, I can understand why Porter has extreme confidence. And why do you think Errol Spence, have you guys seen all these videos of him? He's training on speed. Do you see this? He's training for speed. You know why, right? Because he's aware that, boy, he better be real quick or he's going to be getting pieced up. If he tries to come in there, and be power guy, he's going to be getting hit, and it's going to be hard for him to land on the littler, quicker Porter. So he's focusing on speed, or because he's realizes what the outcome will be if he doesn't. Now I don't know how much that speed could help. Is going to help him. It might hamper him, if anything, because he might drain down too much. It might take away stamina in the later rounds. If it goes that far, it could, to just take away some of his power, some of his strength. If he tries to focus too much on speed,
Yeah.
But I've seen numerous videos of him training on speed and talking about focusing on speed for this fight specifically. Because he would like a knockout.
Yeah. People in the chat, it's Mr. BDA is in the chat asking if we're gonna watch the Angulo Peter Quillen fight. No, we won't. I'm not. I don't really care.
I forgot that was even on.
Yeah. No.
I can't support that. Just travesty.
Yeah, and that's at super middle. Angulo's a 154 fighter.
Yeah.
Peter Quillen, what happened to this guy? He was supposed to be the boogeyman of the division. I remember some people were claiming that Triple G was avoiding Peter Quillen.
I don't want to hear any journalists. If something bad happens to Angulo, I don't want to hear any of these talking about, blah, 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 blah. They need to just be attacking the people who made this fight and allowed this fight.
No, you're right. I didn't even think about that. It's true, though. This guy should retire. I don't know how he got a license. That's the thing. They should be more strict with giving boxing licenses now.
What do you think about this? I said, if these older guys, it's because the argument is you can't stop a man from making a living. Okay, I get it. So what about just the commissions being more strict on who these older guys fight? They have to fight guys of their level,
Yeah, but look at Pacquiao. He's competing and he's old.
Level. He can fight guys at his level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how do you determine?
Basically by their resume.
Yeah. No, yeah, but their
performance is by what you see in the ring. How many brutal KOs have they taken? Shit like that.
Yeah, but Angulo, I mean, he was a contender.
It's tough. I get it.
Yeah, because then again, what the hell has Peter Quillen been doing lately, right? So, I mean, him fighting Angulo, it's
Man,
yeah,
But Angulo has been shot since before the Canelo fight, man.
true. But then who would make
Yeah,
these decisions? You know?
I would
And the
watch-
thing with Angulo, he takes a punch, so that's even worse.
Yes. Yeah. And you know how hard Peter Quillen is going to hit weighing in at 168? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Revolution,
I mean-
go ahead.
I would say what you were getting at, where these older guys, they gotta fucking fight, certain fighters. I would watch men's seniors division boxing before I watch women's current boxing.
Of course. I can't watch women's boxing. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Oh, no.
I can watch some women's MMA though, but they have to be like basically two men. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't, dude. I don't know, man. It's something unnatural about watching a woman get beat up. It just is. It's
and their
visceral
movements
inside of me. I can't watch it. I don't want to see it.
and the way they move, it's not as fluid as a man. You know, it's like they're struggling to turn a punch with the hips and everything. It doesn't look. There's only a few women that actually fight like men, but not enough.
Yeah, you mean good?
Yeah, that's basically what I mean, right? Like the technique and everything. Yeah, no, it's not my thing. Not my thing. But I think they should be allowed to fight, though. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to fight. I'm just saying I'm not interested. That's all.
Oh yeah, they can fight.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't watching this shit.
No, exactly. And stop.
Make a lighter guys, not lighter, but like seniors or like sparring kind of division. I would watch Angulo fight if I knew he wasn't getting his head fucking battered in,
Like I heard that who was the oh, we all know him, the former child soldier fought Golovkin. Jeez.
Kasimuma.
Yeah, Kasimuma. I believe he had a fight recently, like him versus Angulo, maybe something like that. That's what I'm talking about. You know?
Yeah, regular.
Yeah, you want somebody to die or something? Last you were saying.
I'm just saying, if they're both fighting, have them fight each other rather than Angulo versus Quillen.
And those are usually good fights because if you match them, like just think Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward, they were past their prime, but they're a little bit slower to where they're still good, but they're gonna catch shots and show defense and offense to where it's gonna be entertaining, but they're kind of matched equally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Angulo shouldn't have a license.
Hell no.
That's what we were saying.
Right.
No.
Yeah, the guy fights like he's underwater, like he's on rewind. It's fucking slow as molasses, man. Honestly,
It's kind of sad.
Quillen's gonna hurt him, and Quillen sucks, and he's still gonna hurt him. So
Yeah, he's bigger. Definitely, I think he's much bigger. Well, not much.
He's bigger and he's fresher. He might not be like, what do you call it? A fighter. He might be like a B minus.
Yeah.
But he's fresher.
You guys remember Angulo's? I don't know which fight it was. He was in an undercard. He looked so slow. He looked old. He looked finished, man. And that was a few years ago. I can't believe he's still fighting.
my dead grandma's got better hand speech than him.
Put it this way: even if Quillen is basically shot and he's like a C- level fighter now, he still knows how to punch. And Angulo is a human punching bag. He just stands there with his, just stands there. So Quillen is going to get to tee off on him with the biggest left hook he can possibly throw. So even if he's a shot fighter, he's still going to get to land a super hard left hook on Angulo. And Angulo has a hell of a chin, well, he used to. If he still does and got to take several of those or numerous of those for, say, 6-7 rounds or something like crazy like that, my God.
Is this
yeah. It'll be better if he gets knocked out early.
Yeah, absolutely.
Double. But it could also be to where, let's say, he takes the punishment, and let's say Angulo wins because he takes 2 to land 1. He's still going to be like damaged goods to where he can get killed based off a win in his next fight if he gets another opportunity, which I don't think it will happen.
No, I haven't even heard his name in so long until just a couple weeks ago, scrolling through the ESPN boxing schedule and just saw his name and was like, "Wait, what? He still fights?" And then I saw Quillen at super middle and bugged.
Hopefully, this fight is in New York, so they stop it
this
quickly.
Is televised, ain't it?
It's on Fox Sports. Yeah.
How fucked up is that? They're like gonna televise a like this is attempted
PBC
murder.
sucks, bro.
This is attempted murder.
I mean, that's what you get with the PBC lately. I mean, you gotta listen. Don't get me wrong. Spence against Sean Porter is a great fight, but it's a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? What you're gonna get on Showtime is gonna be Clarissa Shields against some other woman, obviously. That's pretty embarrassing. All right, guys, we have a phone call. No, they hung up. Damn it. No, but yeah, you're getting Clarissa Shields on Showtime. Why is that? I mean, so if you're paying for show, people were complaining about paying $10 a month for the zone, but they're not complaining about paying for premium cable. How much is a package over there in the US for premium cable?
Hey, they're
16?
getting rid of. At least one cable company is getting rid of. I think it's HBO and Showtime. Yeah, I believe it's HBO and Showtime as a premium. Like, when you buy the premium, it's going to be a channel you have to pay extra for because it's doing terrible. HBO and Showtime. So it's not going to come with the package deal. You're not going to just order it and get regular cable and you get Showtime and HBO. No, you're going to have to pay for that now because they're suffering. Nobody wants HBO.
Oh, then
Nobody
I'm canceling it then.
Yeah, well, they're not canceling
on demand.
it.
No, I'm not paying extra.
It's not going to be part of the package deal anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
on demand.
Right. I think it's Spectrum. Spectrum is getting rid of it, and I think Comcast is doing the same thing too.
Well, I mean, dude, HBO shows. I have every pay channel there is. Every time I turn at night when I go to watch something, there's never nothing on. It's all trash. It sucks. I don't know why I have it.
Yeah, it's movies and documentaries from time to time that don't make sense.
Yeah, all I need is just the internet because I have HBO on the internet. I mean, I don't need actual HBO. Whatever I want to watch, I can watch it online. So.
All right, hold on, guys. 407, you're on the air. 407.
Yeah, you're right, Hawker.
Guys, so which topic are we talking about right now? Was it Spence Porter or what?
Whatever you want.
What was I gonna say? So I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks Porter can pull off an upset because this is probably how do I say it. The guy with the best resume out of everyone in the 147. Spence Porter.
What's that?
Say that again.
I think this is probably going to be one of the best fights of the year since this is the biggest test for Spence since Porter has the best experience and resume out of everyone.
I agree. It's going to be a great fight.
I believe he has the best.
Yeah, and
he has one of the best resumes when it comes to the young guys. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, outside of Manny Pacquiao, I think he does have the best at one.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm at a point where I probably, I know I'm probably gonna get some people mad, but I wouldn't count Pacquiao because he probably has 1 or 2 fights left, and he's gonna hang them up.
Yeah,
but
that's reasonable.
Yep.
But honestly, I think Spence's chin is a little suspect still because he's been clipped before by bums, and if he gets clipped by a good combination by Porter, he could go out.
Oh yeah.
You guys think so?
Look, it's possible.
I know so.
There's been some evidence to show that he can't get hurt.
I just saw him hurt today.
Kell Brook hurt him. What? There was another guy when he was up on the come up that caught him on top of the head. He was on shaky leg. So it's possible, bro.
When you're that big, as big as he gets, because he gets big outside of camp, fucking 190 pounds. And that's not an exaggeration, 190 pounds. and then he cuts down to 147. Like, that does a lot to your chin over time, man. And who knows? You know, he's getting older every single fight. It's going to be harder for him to make 47 every single fight from here on out. I mean, he's only growing naturally.
And another thing is he's going to fight his boyfriend's Charlo's sister, so I don't think he's going to 147 soon.
No, he'll be here for a minute, man. And who knows how hard it's going to be for him to make this weight, how much it's going to take out of him. And Porter is a beast at 147. Like, it don't take shit out of him. He's fine. He's gravy.
Hey guys, Sam D in the chat is saying that Sean Porter has 11 fights as a welterweight and only 2 knockouts.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he?
I mean, but that's look at the level of competition is the thing, though.
Good point.
Yeah, and he don't have to knock him out. He just have to have the energy, the stamina, to make it troublesome for the 12 rounds. Just because you don't have knockout power, you can still be strong.
Yeah.
And you know, test the other guy.
Look, who do you guys quick pull? Who do you think is physically stronger? On a fight night, on any random fight night, Kell Brook or Sean Porter?
Before the Golovkin, before the Golovkin fight, it's kind of even.
Yeah.
But now I would say Sean Porter.
Yeah, Sean is a beast, man.
All right, what about the Kell Brook that fought Spence or Sean Porter?
Sean Porter.
Physically strong.
Physically strong.
He had an easier time making weight.
You see,
Kell Brook was depleted at that point.
He's a 154 pounder.
Kell Brook was manhandling Errol Spence. Manhandling. They even used the announcers used the words how surprised they were that Kell Brook was manhandling. I quote, manhandling Brook, and how easily, and they were surprised because they thought Errol was this super strong guy, but Brook was pushing him around, making him do whatever the hell he wanted him to, manhandling him. So I mean. Is Sean Porter going to be able to do the same? If so, you know?
ARP13 in the chat.
Or something close even, because their styles are so different, so it might just be something close.
Guys, ARP13 in the chat saying Spence never missed weight as a welterweight, but Sean Porter had to cut a piece of his hair to make weight last time. And then Sam D is again saying also Porter has missed weight before, Spence hasn't missed weight yet.
Well, he hasn't. Porter hasn't missed weight, has he? Like missed it? He may have not made it on the first try.
Yeah, but then he made it.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Is there ever a fight where he missed weight? I can't think of one.
Yeah, and that don't mean a whole lot. At the same time, it does because Errol Spence, he's a dedicated trainer to where he puts in the work. But that doesn't mean that he's still not depleting his body. He still is, because he's a big guy. Sean Porter's a shorter guy that might take it easy when it comes down to making the weight. I'm not saying that like training and boxing for like getting prepared, but as far as like a fat camp, he might be taking it easier to where he's kind of coasting in that regard.
Yeah.
Hey, caller, anything else?
If anything, in my opinion, what Sean Porter needs to do is probably give off a performance like he did with Danny. Just like use the peekaboo tactic a lot, since he's a shorter guy and he has, in my opinion, the better hooks when creating a good hook.
Did you say dirty tactics?
No, the peekaboo tactic.
Okay. All right. Well,
he got hurt in that fight. He got hit with the cleaner shots in that fight against Danny. You got to be careful with. You might want to be careful when it comes to Errol Spence.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for the call. Anything else?
All right. No, that was good.
All right. Thanks for the call, man. Call back next time. Vinny Mac, if you're in the chat, give us your prediction because I think you said that.
I will.
He said Spence gonna knock out Sean Porter in 8 rounds or something like that.
And I'm taking names.
This dude said that Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman said Sean Porter does not hit hard. I just said, well, if he doesn't hit hard, then why didn't they go in on him more offensively instead of getting whooped?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think he hit plenty hard. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been so scared to get hit.
He made them think, at least that. So
yeah.
And anyway, we all saw Keith Thurman get hurt in that fight against Porter. We all saw it.
Yes, that is undeniable. He was hurt in that fight.
Does Spence get any props as a champ? Not much. What's he done, dude? Sandy, what has he done? Not much. He had one legit name, and the guy was, the one Kelbrook, and what? That fight was that fight. That's it. That's all he's ever had.
Earl Spence fans jump on Lomachenko.
So that win is how much props he gets.
Earl Spence hasn't done shit, literally.
Oh no! Don't say that. We're gonna get a bunch of people angry now.
I'm just keeping it real. Come on, man. His best win was a broken down Kell Brook.
And that was his only win of note. That's the only win that you'd even really talking about.
And I heard this rumor before that, I heard this try to defend Earl Spence that his best weight was at 147. I'm like, yeah, that was before he got his face broken by Triple G, the fight before. They act like that fight never happened.
And he didn't have to drain all that weight to come back down to 47.
Yeah, and it wasn't exactly fat he was cutting off either.
No, all muscle.
Because he was jacked against Golovkin, man.
He was.
At the weigh-in, he was fucking jacked.
Dude, just look at how Golovkin handled that Kell Brook. Oh, and they gave, in that telecast, they gave Errol Spence's fight night weight versus Kell Brook.
Yeah.
He was 163.8. He was basically 164 because they gave it in stones, so I went and converted it. He was basically 164 or 65 or something.
Yeah, when you're at the 0.8 already, you're basically 64.
Yeah. Like, so he was 164 on fight night. Now Golovkin was only 171, and he fucking demolished a much better Kell Brook with only 7 more pounds on his body. And Kell Brook got the or Errol Spence got the shit beat out of him for 6 rounds.
Some people are saying
and
that.
You want to compare fucking Spence to guys like Golovkin and Loma and all these guys? You guys need to fuck.
Get out of here, man.
No, guys. Now some people are saying that he took the belt overseas. Keyword overseas.
Yeah, sure. Like he still got his ass destroyed by Golovkin the fight before. Like, stop it. It's like you can't act
overseas. Overseas.
He went overseas like a true warrior.
Yeah, I mean,
wounded warrior.
Can I say something? Yeah. Can I say something? This overseas thing, I mean, I know you gotta give credit to Spence for going overseas, but this is because in America, usually fighters don't go overseas. So when they do it, it's like a huge deal. But hey, listen, look at Alexander Usyk. He's been all over the place, but it's normal for them, for other fighters outside the United States. Is this American mentality of never going out?
How funny is that, dude? Yeah, like an American goes overseas once and they talk about it for 4 years like some great feat. Motherfucker, every fighter from every other country fights overseas every fight usually.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Every big fight.
Yeah, like everybody remembers Crawford going overseas and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. Like we're still
Bradley went over to the UK once when he won his belt.
Crawford,
Tim Bradley.
Yeah,
when he fought out.
Junior Witter.
Junior Witter.
Yeah,
Witter.
Yeah.
But that was his one and only.
Yeah. They don't listen. American fighters do not feel comfortable fighting overseas. That should be obvious by now.
Because they're gonna get robbed. Recognize they're gonna get robbed.
Well, no, it's that they can't rob the opponent. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic fighting away from home. I mean, I know he won the fight, but look at Demetrius Andrade versus. How bad Andrade looked in that fight. How different he looked. Maybe it was different surroundings.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, it sure has an effect on you. But what I'm saying is, like, it is the norm in boxing to fight overseas. It's the norm outside the United States. Only Americans think it's like a big deal.
If you're an elite world champion, you're an elite world champion contender, you should be fighting. It should be comfortable for you to compete around the world.
Yeah,
it should be.
Yeah.
You know how you raise somebody to do that? You do it gradually. You make him a county champion, then inter-county champion, then state champion, then that's how you keep going. That's how you build up a world fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Get them used to fighting, on the road, basically, in different people's backyards and shit like that. Get them used to it on the lower level. That way, when it's on the bigger level, it's damn near he's been there before. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of people do it. A lot of fighters do it in the amateurs. I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
The different story there, though. The professionals, though, everyone knows that you should hear the way the announcers or commentators, from other countries, just will talk about the Americans and their lack of willingness to travel. They have to actually bow down to the Americans, like bow down, and just be like, okay, we'll allow, your country to be called the home of boxing, even though ours invented it.
Sam D in the chat saying it was a huge deal for Kell Brook to come to America and beat Sean Porter. Yeah, the thing is, the UK is becoming like America too a bit.
It is, yeah. Like, fucking Sky Sports still talk about that to this day. Fucking yeah. Only UK fighters who go abroad are fucking cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's becoming like that. Yeah.
Well, again, it's mostly Western fighters, so you can say the same for British guys too. It's Western fighters in general don't like to fight abroad.
Well, maybe let me posit this one though. You get a lot of guys out in like Thailand and Japan and shit, and they fight in their home countries forever. And South Africa, you get like dudes just fighting there forever. I think like Europe.
And
we kind of get the impression that when someone is like in Europe and they're going around from country to country up there, that it's like, oh, they're traveling the world, but it's like the same size as the United States.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Alexander Usyk was going to different countries, which is fucking great. I'm not taking anything away from him.
But it's like the size of New England.
Yeah. I understand.
Imagine like the U.S. champ. He fucking beat the guy in New York. He beat the guy in L.A. Beat the guy in Texas. Like that would be the equivalent.
But it's a different. It's different culture. I mean, it's all American culture, right? The United States. I mean, like New York, Los Angeles, whatever. They're on the opposite.
The thing is, with some of these guys, like you pointed out, the Asian fighters, Thai fighters, Japanese fighters, Chinese, whatever, fighting their whole career, right in their country, every single fight, whole career. Some part of me is like, go ahead and do it, man. Do it. Go make everyone come to you. Everyone's been making you guys come to them. Once you guys get the belt, make them come to you for a while. Like teach them, give them a dose of their own medicine, basically.
Yeah.
You know who did that?
Everybody ends up doing that.
But that's the double-edged sword, huh?
Carlos Monzon was like champion for most of the 70s, and he only fought one time in the United States.
Yeah,
he fought all his fights in Argentina or South America.
Yeah, in Argentina.
So does that
I'm looking at Inouye right now. Inouye's fought
he had
once
some
in the U.S.
Shit.
Fought once in the other place, but
Do you guys know the tale? Do you guys know the tale of Carlos Monzon basically being the first fighter to ever basically duck out or defeat a drug test? Like he ran out from a drug test, basically.
Right, Carlos Monzon was the first. Yeah, I heard about that.
I told the story.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the WBC back then tried to implement a clean boxers program, basically way back then, And you know what he did? He filled the fucking cup with champagne and said, "Fuck you."
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that was the end of that program.
Yeah.
But you guys think Errol Spence? I don't think he's a coward, but why has it taken them so long for him to actually do something?
Well, everybody's afraid of him. Keith Thurman didn't want to fight Spence. Remember that whole thing? That's what people are saying. But it's true. I mean, if you want to make a fight, you can make a fight, especially if those fighters belong to the same promotional company. I don't see why it took so long.
Spence and Canelo Nordic. Oh my god.
No.
That shit, but he would never fight Canelo. Oh my god.
You see, this is Spence's mistake.
I mean, he'd be out of there in like 5 rounds.
Spence wants to be a pay-per-view star within like 3 fights of him becoming champion. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, they had to like take years, like more than 10, 11 years for that to happen.
Yeah, a decade.
Yeah, but understand, but Pacquiao and Spence is a different thing. I mean, you have an Asian guy coming out of nowhere from the lower weights. Spence is an American fighter, a welterweight. He
Olympian.
should be, his process.
Big welterweight on top of that.
Big welterweight. So theoretically speaking, he should become a pay-per-view star faster. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because like Mayweather, he didn't become a pay-per-view star until he defeated De La Hoya, right?
Yeah.
Well, he was Spence had personality.
He had a pay-per-view event before.
That's true personality.
No, for real. Spence had personality and didn't kind of look a little slow. He might actually be a pay-per-view star or someone, or a lot more marketable anyway. But his lack of personality makes it pretty hard to market him.
Are you saying he should?
Fucking Bobo. He looks like.
Wait, hold on. Are you guys saying he should be acting like Adrian Broner?
No. Adrian Broner.
No. I mean personality.
Like what? Give me an example of.
Worked out for Adrian Broner.
Yeah, they're all kind of dull. Danny Garcia and Crawford are kind of dull too.
Look at like
the 3 kings.
Mikey Garcia has personality, and he's just a normal fighter. Mikey Garcia is a normal dude, but he knows how to talk well. He's good in front of the cameras. It could be I'm talking even personality like that.
Sean Porter's corny, but he has more personality, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
but more personality.
Yeah, you're right.
If the media really wanted to promote Sean Porter, they can promote him. He's definitely
he should be the guy.
Let me finish this part. They don't wanna showcase him because he's not what they're looking for.
What are you saying? What are you saying here?
No, they just don't like his personality. They're not trying to. They like the hoodlum. They're trying to sell the stupid idiot, the
hoodlum.
Carlo brothers with blonde hair. 2 faggots.
They push Andre Ward. They push Andre Ward as the SOG and this great guy that kids should look up to, when there is an actual guy like Sean. There is that actual guy out there, and his name is Sean Porter. They push him to the side like he doesn't exist.
Yeah. Like I wasn't talking shit on the guy. I just meant it sincerely.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Like when I think of Sean Porter, I think of what he is. One of the first words that come to my mind is an athlete.
Absolutely.
Like he's a consummate athlete. The way he speaks, he's fun, but he's not super serious. He's not like he's just a cool dude.
Okay, so what's wrong with Spence? What's wrong with Spence?
I don't know if you guys get it, but yeah.
Well, what's wrong with Spence?
He's retarded.
Oh, I didn't want to say it, but
look.
It's not a diss towards him. He could fight. Kid knows how to fight. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you he doesn't know how to, but he reminds me of a guy they call Bubba from the South. Just mad stupid. What up, Bubba?
Like Bubba Gump. Yeah,
Just
bubble
chilling,
gum.
man. You know, just chilling,
Mouth
man.
open, catching flies at all times.
So
It's
you guys
kinda
are saying
like,
that he can? Are you guys saying he can't become a pay-per-view star? He cannot.
Yes, he will.
Guys.
They're on their way of making him a pay-per-view star, but they have to put in work. You see what they're doing? They use Mikey Garcia, the real pay-per-view attraction between the two. They trying to get Manny Pacquiao, right? They're gonna see what they could do with the Spence Porter fight, and if the numbers come back, pretty down, they're gonna really try to push for the Spence Pacquiao fight because that's gonna really get him some attention, some fame, especially if he comes
Yeah,
out.
but okay. So hold on. We're saying we're saying Spence has no personality. All right, we agree on that.
No,
Hold
only
on,
time he lets
Gonzalo,
loose is when he has
Gonzalo. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so he has no personality. We agree with that. Now, he's gonna be fighting Sean Porter. Does he have to knock out Sean Porter? Does he have to put on knockout performances in order to?
He has to at least give him a fucking. Look, I'm not gonna say he has to knock him out. It'd be nice if he does, but if he goes into a war with Sean Porter and clearly wins, let's say he knocks him down, maybe twice or something, or maybe he even gets knocked down, and they score a knockdown each, but it's a war. It's gonna do a lot for him. But that's not what they want. They don't want him to age in the ring. So it's a tricky situation. How do you sell? You gotta hope that he knocks Sean Porter the fuck out.
And if he doesn't, if he goes to a 12-round decision or something,
no controversy, a knockout. I'm talking about a Tyson-esque type of knockout. Like you need something like that, and then he doesn't have to talk.
Nets Mendoza saying King Bucho, he can't KO Mikey Garcia. He will not KO Sean Porter.
Well, he could. I mean, the right punch can always knock someone out.
Well, is it likely?
I mean, his power ain't what it. I mean, that fight, the Garcia fight, proved Spence's power isn't what they tried to tell us it is. That's for sure.
That's obviously that Spence doesn't have the killer power that they try to make him out to be. He's
an accumulation guy.
Right, that's been even obvious since before Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, people agree that he has to knock out Sean Porter. Go ahead.
He's got heavy hands. It's just he just looks to break you down instead of like explosive one shot. I'm gonna get you out of it. He likes to put in the work.
What about when he was throwing the biggest, hardest right hooks he could clean on Mikey's head and nothing happened?
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, some people claim that Mikey
and
has
that was even like a tired Mikey.
I don't even know if he has more power than punching power. Okay, don't get confused. I know some of these
now,
Pacquiao, I don't even think he has more punching power than Pacquiao.
Now imagine if Thurman threw them right hooks and crashed into Mikey's head. It would have been Flatline City. Flatline. That's what I'm saying. I think Thurman, punch for punch, probably has the harder punch.
Danny Garcia, I would say, probably hits harder.
Again, yeah, Danny may too.
Danny was hitting that pressure bag, and I think out of all the guys, he scored the highest. I mean, it doesn't really necessarily say 100% proof, but there is a tactic to hit that ball, and kind of, it kind of shows you that the kid does have punching power. Like maybe through one punch he has more power than Spence.
I agree with Doug.
He's going to flop. Sorry, Gonzalo.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, do you think that pay-per-view is going to flop in the US? Porter Spence. Bad.
What would you consider a flop?
I guess, less than the Mikey fight.
Like less than $500,000, less than 400,000.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because what did Mikey do? 400?
Yeah, but that was Mikey, man.
Yeah, it was like 400,000.
Let's say, let's just say anything less than that. Let's say it did 320.
Because the idea is to grow him, not fucking.
Yeah, exactly. So if it goes down at all, that's bad.
Hey guys, we have a phone call. 678, you're on the air. 678.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, who's this?
It's William Johnson.
William Johnson. What's on your mind?
Ass.
Oops. Damn it! I pressed the wrong button, man. Go back, man. William Johnson. All right. What were we talking about? Sorry, I cut somebody off.
I was just gonna say, the only time that Errol Spence is shown somewhat of a personality is when he has a couple of drinks and he usually says the wrong thing.
Yeah, then he actually did have a personality, right?
But that's when he starts talking all that bullshit across the street and this and that.
They need to give him like 4 shots of fucking 4 double espressos before interviews or something. Who cares if he says dumb shit? Just he'll say something.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you know what I want to see in boxing? I want to see some big ass like Mike Tyson terrorizing, knocking out dudes type fighter, but he doesn't speak a word. He's totally silent, and he has like some manager, some loud, crazy manager, like talking.
Silent killer.
And you never see him in public until the weigh-in, and then the night of the fight. He's in a cave. He's just alone. He just only shows up for weigh-in and fight, and then
his promoter kind of looks like Jimmy Hart or something like that. And he
looks like Mr. Fuji.
Yeah, start making a little wrestling.
My fighter will kill you. He'll destroy you. He'll beat you down.
He brings him out and unchains him.
F.A. Jogba could be that. Gonzalo, you nailed it. F.A. Jogba could be that one. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, Khabib could be that.
Nick Diaz, yeah, really.
Yeah, he's kind of fun to watch, man. He's an interesting guy. His whole style, Khabib.
Oh yeah, I love the guy.
He's fucking strong as fuck, but he knows how to do a little bit of everything. He knows how to punch, knows how to throw a kick when it's necessary, and then maul your ass.
Floyd was obsessed with trying to get that boxing fight with Khabib.
Yeah, anything but an actual upper level boxer.
An actual real opponent.
Yeah.
51-0.
51-0, baby.
What's the deal with H Money in the chat, man? Thunderdome, stop docking me, white boy. I will knock out Thunderdome. Man, Thunderdome, what the fuck's going on here?
Oh, nothing. He wanted a debate the other day.
Yeah, we know who that is. We're just kidding around. He also wants to
H
fight.
Money, you a pussy.
He also wants to fight.
I'll smack the shit out of you.
He wants to fight Recognize as well. He wants to fight everybody.
I'll smack him in his face and then piss on him.
He's stalking me.
Stop ducking me, half-breed. Stop ducking me.
Alright, let's see what the hell's going on here. Alright, I'm gonna end the show now. It's been a few hours. Thunderdome, you're gonna do a stream, right?
Me?
Yeah.
In about 40%. I gotta charge it up, so like 40 minutes.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
30,
right,
40 minutes, something like that. What's up?
Congratulations to Del Boy once again.
Yeah, no doubt. Congrats, Del Boy.
Congrats, Del Boy.
Great
Congrats,
job to
Gonzalo.
Great job to both you fellas. And great job to the BDA boys for putting on the tournament. First round was awesome. Can't wait for the next one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for everybody that tuned in.
Remember, I'm available for the next one if Jimmy is.
Yeah,
whenever.
We'll make sure. Yeah,
whenever we're gonna get these things done. And Gonzalo, thank you once again, brother. And it's great.
Hey, I want to give Del Boy a message.
All right.
Del Boy still on?
Yeah. Wait, who's 334? Let's see who this is. 334, you're on the air. 334.
Hello. Hello. I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of your show.
Yeah. Sounds like a redneck.
Hi.
He's gone.
Oh, come on, man.
All right. Yeah, anything else? That's it.
Yeah, I wanted to send Del Boy a quick little message.
Yeah, go ahead.
Congratulations. If you make it further than the second round, the third, then you have to face me. And I will destroy you. That's all I got to say. Bye.
Oh, all right.
Paper champion. Paper champion.
Delboy, you're mine. I'm taking you down.
fucking dick!
Alright, show's over, ladies. Thanks for joining us. Trying to find the
for having
fucking.
me.
Alright, check out Thunderdome Boxing. He's gonna have again a stream in like about 40 minutes. So if you want the party to continue, go over to his channel.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys over there in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'll see you over there. We'll talk,
Cool.
man. Peace.
Cool. Peace.
Alright, take care, guys.
See you, fellas. Bye.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
Everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be alright, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
He just killed a fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.